All right, so let's talk a little bit about knife care and storage. So I just picked up these new SOE gear uh, knife pouches. I'm a big fan of SOE gear. They make some great stuff. I also like the owner. He's kind of like a no bullshit, no filter kind of guy. Also a Strider fan. I've seen guys use these for a bunch of things: watches, cigars, money, anything, especially watches. So yeah, I picked these up just to have a way to store my knives and a display. I'm gonna show them off or whatever. I like that they have the Velcro on the inside on both sides. So I do have a small collection of Strider patches. I have a few more I have to dig out that I kept from back in the day. This I got with a knife purchase. The seller threw it in with this, as well as the Spooky. I got that with the new S&G old handle reblade done by Strider. So the seller threw that in, as well as this lanyard here. I think I might have gave him a couple of bucks for it, but whatever. So yeah, so I like these. You can store quite a few knives inside of them. So let's take a look here. Just put an SMF in there. Let's throw a concealed carry on the other side. Put it in this way. That. And then maybe we'll throw in an S&G in the middle there like that. So you can see there it's got plenty of girth to handle 3 knives. So yeah, I've been carrying SOE products for years. Here's my wallet. This is an SOE wallet. These are great wallets. It's bifold or trifold, whatever the hell it's called. They kind of like mold to your body, and they're just great wallets, you know. But yeah, so now let's talk a little bit about knife maintenance. So let's just say you know, you want to take care of your Striders, but you don't know what to do, what to buy. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I use. First off, this is a PSD tool. This is a Strider spanner. Really, it's a chainring bolt spanner, but it's designed to work with the Strider knives. This is not one of the Monkey Edge versions. This is one from PSD. It came with these caps and I think it's a T10 Torx bit that I removed. Yeah, just so it doesn't scratch up my knives. So I do keep this in the one of the pouches. But yeah, this basically just interfaces with your chainring bolt, like so. See, there's a nice fit, not too much wiggle, and that lets you break that spanner if you need to. I try not to take apart my knives. You know, the only time I do is, you know, if I was in the near the salt water, usually on vacation, I will try to, when I'm done, take the knife apart, wipe it down, clean it, just so I don't get any rust issues. With the Tiger Stripe blades, you can develop rust. Some guys complain about it. You know, they think it's a big issue. It's not really an issue. As you use the knife, you will get wear. This finish will level out. But it's a good idea just to keep a light coating of oil on them. I like to use Frog Lube just because this is kind of an OG. You know, this is kind of like a big thing back in the day. There was a ton of people talking about Frog Lube. It was like the next best thing. You don't really hear much about it, but it does last a long time. So this is more like a consistency of like a chapstick, and I like it because it gives me very easy coatings, and it lasts quite a while. And I find that even if I have a little bit of rust or scuff marks or whatever on the blade. This takes it off. And that's basically all I do. Wipe them down, and then I use the heat of my hand to kind of just work that frog lube in. Try to hit the areas where you touch the most, like the thumb hole, around the pivot. Just be careful, don't cut yourself. You know, striders tend to rust underneath the pivot area here, so when you take it apart, make sure you hit those spots with a little bit of your lubricant. And that's pretty much it. And then I like to just wipe it down on my sleeve because it's non-toxic, biodegradable lubricant. And that's how I maintain my Tiger Stripe blades, all of them. Also, if I do need to take the knife apart and re-oil it, I like to use this. This is the Extreme Weapons grease. Any grease is fine, but I like this stuff. It's really tacky. It stays put, and it does break in quite nicely. You can see here, I just cleaned this knife, and it's very, very, very smooth. Drop shutty almost. So it does a great job, and it doesn't run all over the place. It stays put. As far as sharpening maintenance, I'm a big believer of stropping. Most of the time your edge is not dull, it's just rolled. So I know that this edge is rolled here. I was cutting cardboard and a bunch of shit with this, so I'll show you what I do. First thing, ceramic rod. I will just very lightly give it a couple of passes. Okay, and then this is a strop. This is the Enchilada by Dull Boy Blades. It's 3D printed. Kind of a field sharpener, diamond side, and then strop side. I will simply just give it a couple passes and just work that edge over. You don't have to go crazy. And that's usually enough. Got a piece of paper here. There you go. Not bad for a big, thick old blade, right? So yeah, you don't need to go crazy. You know, just keep up. And really, you know, after heavy use, if you had a bunch of glue and crap, and just clean the edge off. Just be careful you don't slice your hand open, and just strop your blade. So yeah, that is my Strider storage and maintenance routine, which is not a lot. Again, use your knives, take care of them. They'll last a lifetime.